Tracy has picked up 4 shots and they are now trailing by 14 shots to 8. And they're lying 1 shot right behind the jack. So the momentum has changed in this 4's game, and Lara must somehow try and retain the initiative. And she's just done that, I think. Taz has now an attack shot from Marianne. And she's just missed. So Tracy's lying 2 shots with Lara and Tracy's bowls to come. In the meantime, Jack and Valeri are up by 20 shots to 11, playing the 16th end. Tracy's playing the forehand, but she's wide to the back. Lara comes walking up to the mat. She called Marianne on the backhand, attacking shot. Let's see if she's going to play the same. Yes, she is. Bowl's delivered, on its way. It comes into sight. And she plays a brilliant shot, taking back the 2 and making it her own shot.
How far is the jack from that goal?
Tracy now has to play the same type of shot to try and move the jack. First launch, she's going to be wide. No, she moved the jack. But the players are standing in front, so we can't exactly see what the situation is. Lara's going to play the same shot, backhand with half a meter of weight to try and promote her own bowl. And she misses on the narrow side. One down, so Tracy's picked up another shot and she's now 14-9. With 4 ends to go, so it's everybody's game.
Simon, I'm back. Quickly ran around just sorting out all the cameras. We're back here in the action. Did I miss much?
Only the comeback from Tracy. Tracy's now picked up 5 shots without a reply. So the score is now 14 shots to 9 with 4 ends to go. So let's see if Lara can win 2 of the next 4 ends. That should see her safely through.
Yeah, no, it's about playing each end as it's. I was saying with my young player and my team is, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. So you play it 1 bowl at a time and then 1 end. Try to get. So we're back here. We just had a quick interruption due to power failures. Just give us an indication what is wrong with the stream, Lauren could see. From our side, everything seems to be running fine. But we did sort out, we had a problem with the first one, so a bit of a power interruption. Load shedding that kicked in, and we didn't see when the generator started that we had power this side where we were. But everything seems to be sorted out now. It looks like, from what I can see on our backup phone, we watched the stream, it looks like everything is going quite well. It might be a setting from your side. So if you can tell us what's wrong, maybe I can help you sort it out. The shadow's coming over the green now, Simon. We joined in commentary by Simon Buerta, former national coach, and also coached Malaysia for 5 years. During the break we were talking about how different the structures are that side, but the shade is coming over, and I think from you as a coach's side, does the playing from the shade to the sunlight affect the player's depth perception?
Jacques, yes, it does. And also the green is slowing down, judging from the number of shorter bowls that they are playing now. Playing into the shade is much more difficult than playing out of the shade into the sunlight. So it definitely affects their depth perception.
We have there in the Northern Cape many clubs who have that shades they pull over at the from the delivery sides, and I normally find it's quite difficult to play into those when you're playing from the shade into another piece of shade, so you have sunlight in between. But when it's 45 degrees and you have to play singles, it does help a little bit in that sense, but not as much for getting your length right.
Yes, I played in the Northern Cape a few times, and I must tell you, I've never played so many long ends as I played in the Northern Cape, because they play from shade to shade.
Have you ever played the Meyeridricks there in Kimberley?
No, unfortunately not.
Some good players coming there. Last week in the fourth, I played against Charles Peter Matthewson. I was lucky to sneak a win in there. But I still not getting a win against him in the singles.
He's a good one.
Yeah, he had 4 brilliant burnt ends he had against us.
Must say that at the moment Lara York is lying 2 shots.
Yeah, that's exact. exactly what you said. She needs a win this end, but Taz is trying to upset that apple cart.
They were trying to move the jack out from between those two bowls to the two back bowls and pick up a 3 again, Tracy's team. But now Lara has a back bowl, so they can just draw into the head. She now has 2 back bowls.
And she's actually, I think, moved 1 shot out of the head, so they're only holding the 1.
They're only holding 1 shot, but at this stage of the game, 1 shot is like gold.
And especially if you've been stuck on a score for a while,
Yes.
sometimes it feels like you get stuck there. Any scores you normally get unstuck on, or psychological? I know many Seagulls players hate ending up on 19.
19 or 20, that last one is difficult. But I have a friend who jokingly said that 37 is the score that he gets stuck on.
We have a local club there by us while we're waiting for Tracy to decide where shot. We like getting them on 7 and then we remind them they get stuck on 7. So we're playing a bit of a mind game against them.
Yes, Tracy would love to move the jack back because she has 3 bowls right behind the jack.
Yeah, and if she gets in between the jack and that shot bowl and moves, just slices a little bit to the side end, she has 2 options there, maybe resting out the shot bowl.
Yeah.
She's
So
playing on the other hand.
Yeah, she's playing an attacking shot. Just wide. Lara now has the option. She has 2 bowls left. She needs to get a second shot.
Preferably maybe
behind. Yes.
a little bit of insurance from perfect delivery there to limit that free.
That's right. But close enough that should Tracy take out the shot bowl, that she has a second shot.
Yeah, like you say, she does have the advantage of the last bowl as well.
Yes.
Which does help. And Laura has really played well this match.
Weight looks good. Just a bit heavy there. She would have preferred it closer to the jack. Now Tracy has a decision to make. Does she attack?
Taz asking her to have a look. Come and have a look of what the options are. 2 heads are better than 1.
The situation is this, that if she finds that bowl full on, she might move the jack for 4, provided the shot bowl doesn't go with. Hello Rudolph, glad to see you have time in your busy schedule to have a look.
Ex-local.
Goed daaronder. No, he's in Port Elizabeth.
Ja nee, hy is mos 'n ex-local.
Ja, hy sit hier langs sy winkel.
Ja, hy is nou mos soos jy sê, wel,
Hy het by- Ja. Dit is baie goed om hom te sien.
Daar's baie slegter plekke waar jy kan gaan rolbal speel as in die Oos-Kaap.
Ja. As jy hou van wind.
Ag nee, maar hoe het laas jaar het by die Nationals daar so die een het my gesê, as jy van die weer hou nie, hou net 5 minute aan dan verander hy. But PE, the oldest club in South Africa.
That's right.
Followed by the second oldest club, which is Kimberley Town.
She's trying her best to, and she just slips past.
Yes.
Which gives Lara the opportunity of drawing a second shot.
Yeah, so it can just, yeah. She just needs to beat that greenish blue ball of Taz. A little bit easier just to draw than to try and draw one at the back. And now you'll see she'll probably draw it exactly where she wanted the first one.
Oh yes, and those two shots are worth gold, because now the score changes to 16-9.
Yeah, and it just relieves that tension of not scoring on the last few ends. Seeing the opposition moving up that 5 points.
That's right. 3 ends to go.
Yeah, and the match on rink 4 has just wrapped up. It looks like let's see who won there. Looks like Murray won. No, it was Arends with Sandy. Won that one. They'll progress. Quite a few spectators around as well, which is nice. Something we as lawn bowlers need to do a little bit more is start watching bowls.
Yes.
Good weight there.
If you look at the scoreboard, I don't know whether that
10 is correct.
the 10 is correct.
I think they put it on the wrong side, unless
Lara.
no, it was definitely Lara's ball that was holding, and she was definitely drawing the second shot. So I think they put that one on the wrong side.
The umpire came to have a look at the scoreboard.
We'll see if they sort that out, because that does change the game a lot if there's only 4 points in it with 3 ends to go. Unless the sun in our eyes made us see the wrong shot, but Laura was definitely drawing for second shot. Yeah. Rudolph saying the score is correct. Now we'll get a blow-by-blow report. Simon just going to check with the skips. So it's a wonderful afternoon. We can hear some kids playing at the bottom green. And next door at the hockey and the soccer field. Lovely complex here.
The sun was definitely in our eyes. Lara tells me that they were 5 shots down.
Oh, okay.
And
she limited the limit.
She drew the second shot.
Okay, so the score is 14-10.
3 ends to go.
So, in a way, Lara saved a little bit of their needed pressure. So they're still on that, needing to win one end to break the pressure.
Yes.
But at least he limited the damage.
That's right, and Tracy has now won 3 ends in succession.
Would you say Laura had a similar match the other day where she was also down and came back at the end?
That's correct. She won on the last end. She's one down again. Now, having drawn a first bowl, Taz will try and draw the second one close again.
Yeah, Lydia Moritz. We missed a few ends and now they're back in the game. But that's bowls. It's never over till the last bowl has been bowled.
Marianne's trying to dislodge the bowl next to the jack, but she's a little bit wide again.
Momentum may be swinging.
Lara has one advantage, and that is that she has the base back bowls. Most of the bowls are in front of the jack, and Tracy manages to deliver a wrong bias. Perhaps she feels she doesn't need 2 bowls.
Yeah, oh, maybe. Well, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she played it a bit narrow.
I think that's what tension does to you. You know you are within reach.
I'm thinking of being in 2 minds about a shot is normally also the other reason why that happens. We were thinking of playing the hand and then you change without. I normally tell my players, if you want to change your hand, get off the mat and reset completely.
That's correct, yes. So Lara plays narrow with her first ball.
Yeah. Jokingly, Tracy says, small dot on the inside. Good sense of humor. You have to laugh when that happens. It does happen to many a bowler.
Yes, and it relieves the tension. And Tracy's going to the back because she expects a back bowl there.
She still doesn't have that back bowl.
You can go.
Jy wil hom eintlik ons laat sak.
What? No, not yet.
Jy wil hom sak vir die son.
Ja, asseblief. Yeah, that's lovely.
Now hopefully we won't miss that 5 again.
No. You're right, Toby. But then again, the men are a little bit more impetuous. Toby Botha says the men won't leave a head like that, they'll attack it.
Definitely.
14-11 and the gap is closing. And remember, we said that if Lara wants to win this game, she would have to win at least 2 of the four ends at that stage.
And she only has 2 left to win.
She only has 2, so these may be her 2 ends. On the other hand, Tracy's lead has just drawn very close to the jack, so the pressure is on. Colleen is playing brilliantly.
The jack just behind that blue ball on the screen.
Doreen needs to add at least 2 meters to be in the head.
I think the changing conditions might have affected Laura's side a little bit here.
Right, that's second shot.
I think it's maybe the third shot from this angle if I look at that small picture there.
Oh yes, if we look at that, yes.
Lovely bright shoes there. That's one thing that has changed in the sport of bowls. It's a lot more colourful. These days when the bowls are out on the green, it looks like a box of Smarties has been spilled on the greens.
Matching shoes and bowls.
And all these different new mixed colours of bowls.
Yeah, Lara is in the unfortunate position that both her leads bowls are short. So if you keep in mind the strategy for the last 2 or 3 ends, you need to have back bowled so you can attack if necessary.
Yeah, at least that one was played with weight, so
Yes.
she won't complain. And she's moved toward those 2 balls, one behind at least. I know we were talking during the break, we were talking about the importance of having a game plan for these last ends, both if you are leading or trailing. I think that's something many teams that enter nationals or the nationals maybe need to consider is what your game plan is when you enter a tournament. Planning, but also being able to adapt your plan. I think in too many clubs, people just rock up at a tournament and they play, as it happens.
Yes.
Oh,
There you are.
yeah.
So I hope that satisfies Toby Botha, because Lara's team has now attacked. They didn't leave the
They
end as it was.
These final lanes will be down to who can relax the most, who has the confidence. This is where those hours on the green will come into play, where you know, I've played this shot 100 times in my head.
That's right. And I think Taz is just the person for this moment. If you gauge the success she's had with different disciplines, she's still in the pairs as well.
Yeah, I know, so she's just came from the pairs to this match. And I see next door Jackie Jansen van Rensburg's side won their pairs match as well. So I think they'll probably face either Taz or someone. I think they still have. I think they're going into the quarterfinals tomorrow or semis. Not sure exactly how the schedule is going at this stage.
I think they're on a collision course with Jackie and Fran.
Yeah. Somebody who agrees with us, Elsa van der Westhuizen, supporting Taz that she can do this.
Marianne has delivered a lovely bowl.
Yeah, that one's. Yeah. So I think
And
she's drawn another one.
If she falls over,
I think she's holding two. Both her balls are holding yes. If you look,
that's correct, yes.
or at least I can see with that draw the side from the Free State are a bit more relaxed,
Yes.
but they'll hope to.
We mustn't forget that this is the 14th end. If Lara can pick up one shot, it means Tracy must score at least a 4 to force an extra end. If Tracy picks up a few shots, it's
Then
all to go
for the
for.
last end.
No, because you're going to use Marshall's ball as a nice guide.
Tracy wanting to go for the jack, but Tracy Taz telling her just to use that front ball as a guide and draw onto it. It does sometimes affect you as a player when you have a shot in mind,
Yes.
but you need to have confidence in the shot being called.
Oof, and she's narrow.
I think that shot she wanted to play was still in her mind a little bit there.
Yes. That's the problem if you visualize a shot and you are called on a different shot. You're in two minds. You play with different
Then-
weight or a different line and you
And you don't have
and you're not
confidence.
successful.
You don't have confidence because you've already visualized that other shot.
That's correct. So Lara needs to get another shot, preferably to the side.
Drawing
She
a
looks as though she's...
oh,
yes,
wonderful
there we
there.
are. You see, now Tracy has two targets to try and get.
Yeah, but she only has the one bowl and
Only
she's
one.
down free. So you hope that you don't miss if you go for it.
One of those bowls apparently is
Oh.
belongs to Tracy, one of those red bowls.
Follow that down. Get just over that draw so it comes to us here.
Oh, that's.
Don't want it to go too far there. Just a touch
Oh, so there's only two.
going onto the goal.
Yes. So Tracy has to change her hand. Difficult to see the line, but she looks a bit narrow.
But she's turned over a bowl there.
And she's turned over one of Lara's bowls.
She must just be careful, Laura, not to move that jack on to the other side where Taz's ball is waiting.
Like precisely the same that you played here.
But luckily she's playing on the forehand.
And that could be, in this sunlight from the other side, we can't really see the colors. That bowl will not reach and it's narrow.
I think she secretly declared it.
One to Tracy. That bowl that was promoted was
Tracy's.
Tracy's bowl. I thought as much when I saw that.
Oh, that was bad luck.
yeah.
Then it makes that shot from Laura. And she's indicating that she pushed it onto the ground.
Yes.
And now the pressure's on this last end. Only two shots in it. Real pressure.
And Tracy has now won 4 ends in succession.
That's almost a turnaround from the first 4 ends where which Laura won at the start of the game.
That's right.
But like you said at the beginning, you'd rather give away a 4 at the beginning than at the end.
And at the end. Is it important for Lara's lead to play the hand that she's been playing the whole afternoon?
Yes, for she has the confidence on the lines.
That's correct.
Oh,
And she was successful in that, yes.
A good call by the skip,
So
Lara.
often the skip changes the hand unnecessarily.
Colleen on a good line.
Now Colleen has played 2 bowls short.
Maybe the pressure.
Pressure is now on, yes. And this is where your team should be playing through the head so that you give your skip the opportunity of attacking.
Looks like she's going to repeat that last shot. Gets on the inside, around it.
That's good leading.
Yes.
Charlotte's first bowl.
She's still involved in the singles as well, the Open, playing the semi-finals next. If Taz and Tracy's side progresses, it will give a bit of a headache for the organisers tomorrow morning. With the pairs and the singles involved.
And Tracy's doing her level best to upset the scheduling.
Lots of work that goes into hosting a tournament like this. The green staff to prepare the greens at all the clubs, the organising committee. But they're quite well versed in hosting tournaments here in Gauteng, hosting the Masters quite a few times.
Yes, they have a very good organisation skill.
Especially with Sonette as the convener, also vice president. It's always nice to come to a tournament here in Gauteng North in Pretoria. The only thing I still need to do is have a roll on Wingate, because every time I get there it starts raining when I have opportunity to roll on Wingate Park.
Yes, the greens are good.
I watched my first, I streamed my first Masters there, so it has a special spot for me. It has just a special atmosphere. Oh, at least it's through.
Yes, but I think it was nerves and adrenaline that gave an extra push to the bowl there.
It's also been a long week for these ladies. Many of them involved in all the disciplines.
Yes. Right, and here is, to our way of thinking, the danger goal. Taz can change the head. Beautiful delivery, the ball speeding on its way. And she just misses. Lara and her team urgently need another bowl in the head because they only have the bowl
The shot bowl.
next to the green bowl. That's the only bowl they have in
In the
their-
head.
in the head. And Taz was going for that bowl.
Ja, Marianne van Aswegen. Lara's happy with the line.
Marianne, don't be
Short.
short. Taz is still attacking with about 2 meters of weight. And
Oh.
going through the same space, same weight. She didn't adjust
missed
her
her
weight. Marianne gets a second opportunity of drawing second shot. Let's hope she has the weight this time. She
Might
just
sneak in there.
sneaks past, yes. That may be the second shot there.
Yeah, it looks from this angle. Yeah,
Yes.
you might just take out the measure just to make sure, but it does look like it's favoring that red ball. And that second shot could be gold.
Now Tracy has a decision to make.
She has those two back balls that Taz put there, so. And the blue ball that can be promoted.
Yes. Looking from this angle, it looks as though the position of the bowls favour Tracy for an attacking shot. She can either dislodge the shot bowl, the red bowl, hit her own blue bowl and dislodge the second shot, or go through the gap like Taz and pick up the jack.
Jack. And if she does go a little bit narrow, she can also get onto that first shot bowl as well.
That's right.
So you even have a backup plan if something does go a little bit wrong on the line. She's trying hard here. And she
has
gets-
shot.
Yeah, but she needs more than one.
As it stands, yes, the score is now 14-13. So Lara must now really play a skip shot.
And this is where the hours of practice will come in. And a bit of BMT, big match temperament.
Yes.
Lara York, a seasoned campaigner, so she'll know she can do it. She's been here before. She's also played at the Masters this year, so
Lara plays on the forehand, the same hand that Tracy played. She's in the
she's
gap.
trying. It's not a bad position.
He definitely has second shot now. Now Tracy has one bowl to get 2 shots.
Yeah, and to try and win it and make sure that Lara can't get in there and limit or get shot as well. Lots of thinking happening here.
You know, we said Lara has to win at least 2 of the last 5 ends, and she hasn't done that.
Yes.
She's playing the last end and lying second shot.
Now the question will come, will you play your last ball of your second shot?
I wouldn't.
No? not for the
You want to win the game. You don't want to be a hero.
So this could be the end of the match, depending
This
on
is
what.
the moment of truth for Tracy.